Darling, there's going to be times when I do things that you don't like, and when I do, I expect you to tell me.
So I shouldn't mind when you tell me. Well, I do mind. When it means I get shouted at and told I'm better than a petty criminal.
Excuse me, but if there was any shouting going on here, it wasn't coming from me. I was on the receiving end.
If I raised my voice...
Raised it? You nearly raised the roof.
It was because you wouldn't listen. Just like you're not doing now.
No, you're right. I'm not. Because what you did, taking that vase, was shoplifting, and shoplifting is a criminal offence, so what did you expect me to say?
Really, what you'd like is to see me punished, isn't it? See me in the dock. Better still, in the stocks with customers of yours doing rotten tomatoes.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. I could be talked into that.
More fun than being lectured by you all night.
Do you know what I regret?
What?
Taking them comics and sweets over to him.
Well, I did tell you not to.
I know, and for once you were right.
I often have.
His loudmouth mother must have taken one look and thought, oh, she's a soft touch, that one. Let's see if we can make something more of it.
Do you really think she'll do what she says, though, and go to the police?
I doubt it. I doubt they'd listen if she did.
But what we're going to do about young Chesney? We're banning him.
I'd sooner not. He'll only antagonise, and we've had enough of that.
Yeah, but what if he gets up to his tricks and starts helping himself?
Well, then we take a leaf out of his mother's book and we call the police in. Let them deal with him. And if she still wants to shout at somebody, she can shout at them instead of me.
Chesney Brown. What year are you in, Chesney? 4. No, what happened, he were assaulted. And I've had him to the hospital, and they said to keep a watching him and see how it develops. So I'm keeping him off at rest at week.
There's not wrong with him.
I'd let your mum decide that.
I will. Thank you. Right, that's your school told. Next stop, police station. And when we get there, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Just remember, you've been hit on the head and you've got concussion. So act like you're dizzy and feeling sick and you've got an headache.
What, like this?
Something like that. There's no need to overdo it.
Listen, are we sure about this?
Sure about what?
I've had dealings with the police. They know all about making stories up. In fact, they're better at it than the rest of us.
So?
So what if they don't believe him? And they reckon you're putting him up to it, so they throw the book at you.
Look at this. Look at this.
And what's that supposed to be?
Strangulation. Got my windpipe in the knot.
Just do what I'm telling you, never mind your windpipe. Now go and get ready, go on. And we don't need the limping either. It were your head, not your leg.
All I'm saying, we have to be careful.
Did she hit him or didn't she?
Oh, she did, aye.
Well then.
You do know I won't be in this dinner time.
Well, unless...
Unless what? What's unless supposed to mean?
Well, he's let you down once more.
Charlie, he hasn't let me down.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was under the distinct impression
We
that...
had an arrangement to go out last night, yes.
Yes.
Then he were working, so we changed it, but it would change between us. There were no letting down.
Well, what if it's working again? Wants to change it again?
Yeah, and change it again after that.
I'm sorry, am I missing something here? Is there something funny about me going out with a man? Am I supposed to be too old? Or just so ugly I should go around with my head in a bag?
Mum, we didn't say that.
I tell you what, why don't we ask the only man here? What do you think, Kieran? Do I look past it to you?
Be fair, Mum, you can't ask him a question like that.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't mind. So, Kieran, am I past it or not?
I don't think you're past anything. In fact, I'd say you look in your prime.
Well, thank you.
And I hope you have a really good time with your man, Charlie. I best get back.
Yeah, before you can ask him anything else that'll embarrass him.
I'm not going to ask him anything else. I've had his opinion, and it's one I happen to agree with.
She seemed happy enough to be back at nursery. She went straight in without even looking back.
How do you feel about leaving her there?
Yeah, fine. Well, no, actually, I stood watching her at the window for 5 minutes. But then I thought, hey, come on, don't be so silly. You've got to leave her. So I did.
In the back, is he?
Yeah. Dev's lady friend.
No, she's not right polite, is she?
I thought I'd let you know. I've been thinking about what you said, and I'm going to take it back.
Back? What, to the shop?
Well, that's what you want, isn't it?
What I want? Hang on. Listen, what I want is you hadn't taken it in the first place, but you have. And I know I told you to take it back, but then you gave me all the reasons why you can't, so what's changed?
I'm going to say we both thought the other had paid for it, and now we've realised that neither of us has, so I'm bringing it back.
What, you think they're going to accept that?
Dev, I'm doing this because I thought it would please you. I thought it was what you wanted.
Yeah, darling, but whatever you say, you're going to still have to tell them that you took the vase from the store without paying for it. They can prosecute. If it was me, I would definitely prosecute.
Well, it's not you, is it? I'm hoping they'll be nicer, more understanding.
And if you're wrong?
Oh, all right then. What am I supposed to do with the damn thing?
Well, no, nothing you can do. We got it, we're stuck with it.
Now, you're going to get asked what happened, so don't forget. She hit you across the head, right?
Yeah.
Then she pushed you against a shelf when you hit your head, and that's last you remember till you're in the street again.
And, you know what the cops will say, don't you?
What?
They'll say, were there any witnesses?
And were there? Were there anybody else there?
Of course there were. Hasn't it taken off?
Hey! You don't mention taking out. You were looking, and that's all you were doing. So there were no witnesses. What's that matter? She's admitting it, isn't she? And coming around with that stuff. Why would she do that if she didn't know she were in wrong? Come on. Excuse me,
Yes.
can we make a complaint?
What sort of complaint?
My son's been attacked and hit across the head. With the result, he was concussed and had to have hospital treatment.
Been attacked, have you?
Yeah.
Who by?
Oh, Mum.
What, love?
I feel all dizzy.
Oh, go and sit down, love. Les, see to him, will you?
Come on. Come over here with me, son. Come.
Poor chap. He's been ever so brave. Anyway, you don't need him. I can give you all details.
How are you? You all right?
Not too bad, yeah. What's the matter? You want to cancel?
No, of course I don't want to cancel. I just wanted to confirm things.
So what we say? 2 o'clock at the Swan and Fellas, is it?
1 o'clock, Weatherfield Arms.
OK. I'll see you there, then.
Bye.
Oh, no.
What?
He's not let you down again, has he?
Listen, if you take my advice, love, you'll have nothing more to do with him. I could see his tap the first time I set eyes on him.
Me too, but I didn't like to say anything.
Well, just a minute, just a minute. No, he has not let me down. Though I can see you're both determined he's going to. He hasn't.
I'm sorry, love.
We're meeting at 1 o'clock. You can come along and watch if you like. Make sure I haven't made the whole thing up, because really, you can't believe any man would be interested in me, can you?
We got that wrong, didn't we, Betty?
Right.
Todd, my invaluable right-hand man, you. Now, can you delay your lunch break for an hour or so?
No, that's cool.
Cheers, kid. Listen, it might get you a bit more than an hour.
Yeah, it's like I said, you know, the more hours I can do, the better.
He's keen.
Well, me and my girlfriend are thinking about getting married, so every penny helps.
Really? Getting married?
Yeah?
Yeah, so young, so foolish. Let's go.
That's what I was thinking. You don't look old enough.
Yeah, looks can be deceptive. Let's go.
You got any wedding gifts yet?
No. No, we've not even started planning it yet, not really.
Then here. Your first wedding gift. Hope it makes you happier than it has us.
Right. Thanks.
Should we get them?
Yeah. Am I ever going to know what you're going to do next?
Well, if you do, you know more than me.
Oh, looks like they're onto you. Listen, I'd say you gave that vase away just in time.
And I'd say you're not half as funny as you think.
I am.
What it is, Mrs. Sullivan, there's been an allegation made against you relating to a juvenile called Chesney Brown.
Did he tell you why she hit him? Did he tell you that?
Norris. And the complaint is what exactly?
Well, like the gentleman says, that you assaulted him.
I didn't say assaulted, I said hit.
Why don't you try saying nothing? Whatever I might have done, I was only trying to protect my property. You see, he was in here on his own.
Well, rather than you tell us now, what we really need you to do is come to the station. Talk about it there.
I'll go anywhere you like. Do you want me to come now?
Well, yes, that'd be...
Right, I'll get my coat. Norris, if anyone asks for me, tell them I've been arrested.
Then our Shelley said, why didn't I stop with you till I got over things? Which I did, and I've never gone back.
Don't tell Pub, is it?
No, but she's the manager. Well, she's my boss, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, she'd never sack you, though, can she? Her own mother.
Since you mentioned that word, mother, may I just say I was very young when I had her, very young.
I can see you must have been.
Anyway, that's enough about me. What about you?
Me? Oh, you know all about me.
I do not.
Jobbing builder. Like to drink. No tattoos, no ties. Clean driving licence.
Have you always been a builder?
No. No, I used to be an apprentice footballer.
Really?
Only for a week. And I broke a leg.
Oh.
It wasn't one of mine. Someone else's.
So then what did you do?
Engineering apprenticeship. I lasted another week. That's when I went into building. Worked for this chap who refused to sack me no matter what I did. In fact, he ended up giving me the business.
That was nice of him.
No, not really. It was my dad.
I'm never going to know where I am with you, am I?
Here she is. Told you I'd be going to police, didn't I?
Look, just ignore her.
I intend to.
Now, your solicitor will be waiting for you, so you've nothing to worry about.
Pity they didn't put handcuffs on her.
You did with me, and I was the victim.
Like Chesney is. You have a lot in common, you two. Enjoy your ride!
What about now? Do you like living on your own?
I suppose I'm like most fellas. I'd like there to be somebody else there, but only when it suited me.
It's not just fellas think like that. A lot of women would like the sort of husband they could fold up and put in a drawer when they weren't in the mood. No, but you would have said you like company. You seem very sociable to me.
Well, you ought to see me first thing in the morning.
I like company. Don't like being on my own. And so, where is this house of yours? In Weatherfield?
Yeah, Palmer Street, near the swimming baths.
Not far then.
No, easy walking distance.
I suppose I should say sorry, shouldn't I? I suppose that vase business was pretty stupid when you think about it.
It was, yes.
Doesn't it make you wonder just what kind of a lunatic you've got yourself wrapped up with?
It makes me really wonder why I don't regret it.
Time yet?
No, I don't think so, because the crazier she gets, the more I find her completely irresistible, which doesn't mean I want you to go out shoplifting every week, because that, too, would become predictable.
And we wouldn't want that.
Amazing.
Boys.
I would have put money on him leaving her and going after Sunita.
You must be in love.
Suppose. Or else she owes him money.
Yeah.
Yes, Les.
Same again, Kieran, please.
You're not working today?
Night shift, mate. Night shift.
I know what's worrying you.
What?
You're worried about going to court, aren't you?
Well, I can't say I'm keen. I can't help remembering what happened last time.
But this is different. She's guilty. She's as good as admitting it.
And I was innocent. But it didn't stop him getting it all back to front.
It'll be all right. When that woman raised her hand to Chesney, she might as well have been writing a cheque with the other one.
Well, how long are you going to be? Not sure. I've met this chap who's asked me to do an estimate for a job, so might take a while. See you later.
I'm afraid things have changed, particularly where children's rights are concerned.
Children's rights? What about my rights? My right's not to have my property stolen. Not to get a mouthful of abuse from some kid's mother because I caught him doing it.
You have those rights, certainly. That's why I'm here. Actually, we might not have long. Can we just establish a few facts? Tell me again what happened.
Well, I stepped into the back, so he was in the shop on his own. I came back out, and there he was, helping himself to sweets from the counter. So I smacked him on the head and threw him out.
When you say smack?
Like that. Not heavy. It wouldn't have harmed a fly, and it certainly didn't harm him.
But he did end up in hospital.
Well, we could all end up in hospital. All you have to do is walk through door.
He received treatment for a wound to the head.
That wasn't me hitting him. That was because he tripped and caught himself on a shelf on his way out.
Did you push him?
Never mind push him. I'd have flung in the length of the street if I could have got my hands on him.
Mrs. Sullivan.
No. Look, like I told you, I hit him and I threw him out. Which I believe is my right to do if I think somebody's stealing from me.
Did anybody else witness this?
They didn't, no. But I promise you, they will next time. Because from now on, I'll not so much as look at a child unless there's somebody stood at the side of me writing down what they're doing in shorthand.
I haven't been here long.
No, of course not.
Else it'd be worse than this. Only joking, no, but there's a lot of work to do. It's just a matter of finding a time to do it. So, that's downstairs. Only question now is, do you want to see upstairs?
Do you want to show me upstairs?
I wouldn't mind, yeah.
Then yes, please.
I don't believe he was badly injured, or upset even. It's his mother that's put him up to this. Well, isn't it?
Mrs. Brown has made a complaint on her son's behalf.
And we're not contesting her right to do that.
Are we not?
But Mrs. Sullivan was placed in a situation where she had to act. You wouldn't suggest that she should have stood back and allowed herself to be robbed.
Did he actually take anything?
Anything? He'd have emptied shop if I hadn't got back in time to stop him.
But there were no witnesses.
What's that supposed to mean? That I'm making it up?
No, but it would have...
Do you not have security cameras installed, Mrs. Sullivan?
I do have one, yes. But it won't have caught anything because it's pointed at the post office counter, not the door.
It might be worth us checking it out anyway.
I don't think it'll do you any good. Anyway, if I have no witnesses to back up what I'm saying, then neither has he. So we're both in the same boat, aren't we?
Well, except that he did attend hospital, and we do have the doctor's report.
Saying what?
That he'd sustained an injury.
Well, I'm not disputing that. And I'm not disputing the fact that it might be that I gave him a fright. What I'm trying to tell you is why I did it and why I'd do it again.
Right, okay.
But Mrs. Sullivan is sorry about what happened and only wants good relations to be restored.
I was. Very sorry, yes. But as for good relations being restored, the longer this goes on, the more that's going to be hard to do.
Thank you. This interview is terminated at 14:05. Right, if you'd like to wait here, I'll have to consult with my sergeant, then I'll let you know what's going to happen.
She said it was a wedding present.
Yeah,
But we don't even know her.
I know.
So, what's she buying as a wedding present for?
Well, I'm not saying she went out and bought it specially. She just sort of had it with her.
What, she carries vases about with her?
What's she do?
In case someone buys her flowers?
Yeah. I don't know. Do what you like with it. Throw it away if you like.
No.
We don't have to keep flowers in it. Can't afford to. And anyway, Bethany'd eat them.
It's our wedding present. It's our first wedding present. Oh, Todd, it's our first wedding present. We've got to keep it. Keep it forever.
Right. Mwah.
Right, I'm off to look at my little house, see how they're getting on, you know, putting it back to rights.
How are you getting there? Do you want me to ring your taxi?
Oh, no, don't worry about that. There's a bus in 10 minutes. Puts me right off at the door.
Now, you will let me know if you need any stuff shifted about, won't you?
I will. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Hello. Oh, she comes back sometime then.
Oh, I know I'm a bit later than I said, but some things are just too good to be rushed, aren't they?
Like what?
I think it's time I went, love. Ta-ra.
See you, Betty.
See you, Betty.
Bye. You know, like what? I've just been having lunch with Charlie. Oh, I know you were all convinced he wouldn't turn up.
No, we weren't. You'll be surprised to know that not only did he turn up, but he was most attentive and charming, and we found we had quite a lot in common.
All right. I think I'll take Betty's example and make myself scarce.
Don't worry, I shan't embarrass you with the intimate details.
See you later.
So, is there anything I can do to help?
Where did you go?
Weatherfield Arms. Had a bite to eat and a few drinks, and then he walked me around to look at his house.
And what, you moving in?
Oh, now you're being as silly as the mother, too. Right, well, I'll make us both a coffee, if I can't be of any other use, or would you rather have tea?
Coffee's fine, thank you.
Something that simply missed it.
What happens now?
That's what we're waiting to find out.
Mrs. Rita Sullivan.
Lady here, Sarge.
Rita Sullivan, you are charged that on the 12th of January 2004, you assaulted Chesney Brown, thereby occasioning him actual bodily harm. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand that?
I think so, yes.
You'll now be released on police bail, and you will appear in the magistrate court on Friday, which is in 2 days' time. Your solicitor will explain what is involved. And all we need to do now is to take your photograph and your fingerprints.